You people have been chosen to reveal our existence to the world. You will witness what happens here today, and you will tell of it later.
We do not ask for your poor or your hungry.
We do not want your tired and sick.
It is your corrupt we claim.
It is your evil that will be sought by us.
With every breath, we shall hunt them down.
Each day we will spill their blood till it rains down from the skies.
Do not kill, do not rape, do not steal. These are principles which every man of every faith can embrace.
These are not polite suggestions. These are codes of behavior, and those of you that ignore them will pay the dearest cost.
There are varying degrees of evil. We urge you lesser forms of filth, not to push the bounds and cross over into true corruption, into our domain.
But if you do, one day you will look behind you and you will see we three. And on that day, you will reap it.
And we will send you to whatever God you wish.
Okay, guys. It's time for me to address and get the word out from my mouth, and only my mouth, and address those of you who are out there casting doubt. A lot of you have heard the short and condensed story. Oh, John Ritzheimer's leaving from Arizona to Michigan. He's going to go arrest Debbie Stabenow, and he's going to arrest her for treason because she voted yes to the Iran nuke deal. Yeah, any sane person that you only hear that would probably say, okay, that's not a good idea. But you see, it's much more complex than that. So I'm going to lay it all out and spell it out for everybody. Before I go into that, though, I need to address a few other things. First off, I am a 31-year-old combat U.S. Marine veteran. I served honorably for 10 years. I would still be in today if it wasn't for the tattoo policy. Yes, they moved their tattoo policy from here to here. But I still received my honorable discharge, and I'm at peace with that now. So now I'm forced to live amongst everyone else. Be a civilian. And I sit back and I watch all this shit happening on TV. And it hits me right here. The same way I know it hits a lot of you out there. Back on me, I have a beautiful wife. I have 2 beautiful children, ages 3 and 5. Beautiful daughters. I have a large house here in Arizona. And I'm willing to risk it all. You see, I'm living the American dream. And I'm willing to risk it all. If that means that I have an opportunity, even if it's this big, to make this country a better place. Throughout my 10 years in the Marine Corps, I developed a skill. And I know I have this skill. That skill is the ability to motivate those under my charge. My junior Marines. You see, as a senior Marine, you need to be able to motivate those underneath you and let them know that you are not going to steer them in the wrong direction. You need to be able to motivate them. If you expect somebody to charge towards the firefight, you need to motivate them. You're not going to cast fear and doubt into them. You're going to motivate them. Charge towards the enemy. That's what makes us successful in the Marine Corps. Mission accomplishment. We charge towards the gunfight. We don't just go in there, like idiots, okay? We still take cover when we're shot at. But we eliminate the threat. Something much easier to do than to motivate. Something that is much easier to do is to cast fear and doubt into people. That is extremely easy to do. Our government has done it to all of you. And now all throughout the Patriot movement, I still see a lot of you out there casting fear and doubt amongst each other. Some of you have heard my ideas, my visions, and you're quick to cast doubt and fear amongst others. Even though you are still that person that sits on your couch and bitches at the TV, and you would love to see these politicians held accountable for what they've done. You would love to see an end to this corruption and see people held accountable. Yet you hinder the very thing that is getting ready to take place. You don't help it by bitching against it. You hinder it. And a lot of these same people that I'm seeing write this stuff, or all you do is type, oh, bad idea. Look, I got an open mind, people. I'm open to suggestions here. I'm open to ideas here. I'm not a closed-minded person. Regardless of what the media tries to paint me as, I still listen to people. If you got a good idea, then we'll go with it. I'm not going to rain on your parade. I'm not going to piss in your Cheerios. If I don't think it's a good idea, I'm going to continue going down my path. And I'm going to wish you the best of luck going on your path. A lot of people going into D.C. on 10/10. Yeah, I'm against it. I'm not going there. But I'm not going to cast fear anymore. I'm not going to cast any more doubt. At least those people are getting up off their ass and they're going there to do something. Just it's not my cup of tea. But we're still on the same team. I plan on going to Michigan to arrest Debbie Stabenow. And the people that are casting doubt and fear amongst these other fellow patriots, or confusion and chaos, I look at their profile picture, and a lot of them are their profile picture is probably like their favorite football team, NFL or some shit. And you probably know more about the stats of your favorite player than you do this. My domain. This is my book. The Constitution. They got it condensed down to 39 pages right here. A very easy read. It's got the Bill of Rights in here and everything. Right here, condensed down to 39 little pages. I have a lot of smart friends out there that I know they're book readers. I'm not big on reading books. But this was a very easy read. And a lot of my friends even haven't taken the time to just read this. You see, the government, like I said before, they cast fear into you people. And we shouldn't be fearing them. What's right up there? That's we the people. They should be fearing that. Maybe at night when they're laying in bed, they might have a little fear of an uprising or people getting too knowledgeable. But then they lose sight about it when they're eating their high-end dinners and meals and having their fancy banquets and getting driven around in their limousines, all on your taxed dollar. So I want to go out to Michigan and I want to arrest Debbie Stabenow, a senator who voted yes to the Iran nuke deal. Under Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution, treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them, or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or on confession in open court. I see no reason why we can't have Debbie Stabenow get her day in court. I'm not calling for death. I'm not calling for anarchy. I don't want bloodshed. I don't want another shot heard round the world situation in our country. I've been to war. I don't want it here. All I want is for her to be held accountable. Her, along with the other senators. And you know who that brokered the deal. I want them to be held accountable in court. If they're innocent, then let the system work it out the same way it would have to work it out for you or me or any other. These people are not above the law, and we should not fear them. They are not superheroes. They are still human beings. But they have taken bribes, and they have had backdoor deals, and they are selling the American people out. They are no longer there for your best interest. They do not care about the safety or well-being of the American people. I do have strong ties. I have Marines in Texas that I plan on linking up with, and fellow patriots in there as well. I have fellow Marines in the Michigan militia who I've deployed with. We're working with law enforcement. I'm willing to work with FBI, whoever. Lawyers are trying to draft up the paperwork that we need for this. There are good, strong people of power that are helping with this. We are on a bit of a short timeline. But this needs to take place. And I'm asking you, those of you that doubt this or think it's not a good idea, but you still would like to see it take place, please withhold your opinion. I am open to your ideas and advice, but don't just throw criticism out there without offering any help or any solution to the problem. Don't criticize those that are willing to go out and put it all on the line just because you have fear. Keep it to yourself, stomach that shit, and turn it to something else. The American wheel doesn't just because a few people are going to topple, that does not mean the American wheel just stops rolling, okay? These people are not the hub. They are not what keeps us going. We, the people, are the hub of the wheel. We can hold special elections and put new people in there. And after these people get arrested and tried and convicted in court, and now new people are stepping to the plate, that's going to bring us Americans together, and it's going to force us to come and talk about these individuals that want to run for office. Look into their background. Where is their special interest? Where are these people getting their money? Who are they being funded by? That is what our founding fathers wanted for all of us. Look in to these politicians. Where are they getting their money? Where are their loyalties? Law enforcement can maintain law and order. People, it's business as usual. This is nothing to be completely afraid about. This is business as usual. Federal employees are still getting paid. You're still getting your paychecks. This is certain individuals that need to be held accountable. And more, we've been receiving plenty of donations for fuel costs. I humbly am accepting that, and I thank you. But more than any amount of money, what I would much rather see is other patriots come and join me. Stand with me, side by side, shoulder to shoulder. We can all be leaders in this. I'm not asking for you to follow me. I'm asking for you to join with me. That's what I would much rather have. But if you're unable or unwilling, but you still want to make a monetary donation for us to have fuel costs for this entire convoy, we appreciate it. I'm hoping this adds clarification to my intentions. I'm hoping I'm being crystal clear that I do not want bloodshed. I love this country. I love this flag. I have it tattooed on my entire chest. I am willing to die for this country. I would prefer not. I would really like to watch my daughters grow up. But if going out there and putting my life on the line, even if it means that there's this much of a chance that they can have a better future, then I'm willing to do it. And I know I'm not alone. Help me hold these people accountable. Join me. And if you are afraid, please don't cast doubt amongst the others. That shit spreads like the plague. That is the easiest thing to do. It is much harder to motivate people. And that's what we need in this country. That's what we need now. Thank you for your time. I love you all. I love this country. And I genuinely hope we can see this through.
The question is not how far. The question is, do you possess the Constitution, the depth of faith to go as far as is needed?